morning, good evening, and a very good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. An emphatic performance, that's what I've got to say, from Arsenal against Atletico Madrid. And we know literally about the defensive dark arts that Diego Simeone always comes with. But it seems like he can only hold out, or his team can only hold out for so long. So Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid 0 points. So I want you to come into the live chat. We can talk about this if you want. You can talk about something else if you want to, but I'm going to talk about the starting 11. This was the 11. So of course, Raya in goal. Raya back 4 in Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhães, Lewis Skelly. In front of the back 4 will be a 2. In the pivot, Zubimendi, Rice, and actually in front of those two. In the middle, in the number 10, as we've always said, Eberiche Eze. Left side, Gabriel Martinelli. Right side, Saka. And up front, the big lump himself, Viktor Gyokeres. I'll get to him in a moment. So again, it was a really good performance by Arsenal, running rampant. Very, very rampant against a quite solid Atletico Madrid. But yeah, so this was the kind of the tail of the tape. Oops, sorry, we'll get this thing up here, kind of expand it. Oh my goodness. So, you know, in actual fact, we had to wait until the 57th minute to watch Gabby bury his header from a free kick. Set piece specialists, well done to them. And then Martinelli scored his third, not first, second, but third consecutive goal in the Champions League. Brilliant goal there. And then Viktor Gyokeres came in, bundles the ball over the line as Atletico Madrid. Actually, literally, they just fall apart. They capitulate, don't they? And I was thinking, all right, can it get any worse for Atletico Madrid? Yeah. So Viktor Gyokeres scores his brace, the 10th set-piece goal of the season. And like I always say, when Arsenal play well, I will say that they play well. If they don't play well, I will say they didn't play well. Look, it was good to see that Mikel Arteta had made the changes in a timely manner. But it was a really, really good performance. And you're not going to hear me say that, you know, too often. I won't say that too often. So please come into the live chat. Let me know your thoughts about the game. Who was your man of the match? You can't include Mikel Arteta. But yeah, and something about water. Was it hot water or cold water? There was no water. I'm not going to get in that. I won't get into that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about the game. Arsenal 4 and Atletico Madrid 0. Now I'm just wondering, have the odds changed? Are people now going to say that Arsenal in the ascendancy and they can win the Champions League? Well, you know, all the teams, you know, they're not fly-by-nights. Literally every single team have an equal opportunity by being in the Champions League. But are Arsenal now set on favourites to win the Champions League? I think for me, they are a long way off still. There's going to be a lot more sterner tests ahead. But that's just my opinion. What's your opinion? Do you think Arsenal now, that's it, Champions League, they're going to win it for the first time in the club's history? That's for the men's, not for the ladies. Come to the live chat. Let me know your thoughts. Let me go into the live chat for the first time and see who has joined us on this one. So I've got Ashley D says, hey up Gooners, and hey up to you as well, Ashley. I hope you're well. Oh, he said, now that is how you play in the Champions League. Is it sustainable, Ashley? Is it sustainable? Whatever that means. Let's go, Colin. Good evening to you, Colin. Good evening. Is it evening? It will be evening to you. I hope you're well. Good thanks, Colin. And I'll just remind everyone, like, subscribe, super chat. You don't have to if you don't want to. Come on, slackers. Gabs Mags is world. He is. Each and every time Martinelli scores a goal, I am jubilant. I'm happy. I'm excited. I want him to do well at Arsenal. He's probably the only player, actually, you hear me saying that, isn't it? But he's such a good player, a really good player. What else do we have here? Colin says Gabby scored the first goal and then save that would have been the equaliser a minute later. Absolute studs. Mims, good evening to you. Still no goals conceded in the complete UCL campaign this year so far. Let's not spoil it. Marcelo Skelly was the show for the Martinelli goal. That boy is a left 8 if I ever saw one. I think we've spoken about that. Is that his preferred position there? Good luck, Gunners. This is Isaka Sadun Ibrahim. So thank you for that. Let us know which part of the world that you're typing from. But right here, Arsenal have beaten. No, they have crushed Atletico Madrid. Mikel Arteta outthinking, outfighting, dark arts with the water. Diego Simeone. I think maybe Diego Simeone. I think he's been at Madrid for more than 10 years anyway, at least. Maybe he needs to find another club. Maybe it's time to move on. I'm just saying. So what I'm going to do, Alex is dealing slackers. Smash that like button. Headbutt that like button. Colin says, what can I say? Let me leave this comment up. I'll give this comment so far. Your comment so far of the live show. It's going to be a short show. It's quite late over here. I've got people I need to be concerned about because they're sleeping. So we run for maybe another 10 more minutes and then we're going to call it quits. So come into the live chat. And actual fact, let me do this now. So again, give me names. Who was for you the man of the match? Again, Atletico Madrid. Let's see. Let's do it here. Oops, let me remove this. Okay. So come on, I need names. Come on, live chat. Give me names. I'll put Lewis as a starter. I'll put Martinelli. Come on, other names. Come on, other names. So Mims says, oops. Mims says, Colin says, yeah, Big Gabby. Could be. Mims, thank you, £2 for that. That will go to the coffers. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate the contribution there. So let me put Big Gabby more. Oops. Megaliangs. Okay, one more name. There's space for one more name. Who else can we put as your man of the match? Again, I didn't see the majority of the game, so I'm really reliant on you to tell me who was your man of the match. Shall I put Mikel Arteta in there? Any other game like this, I would have given it to Gyokeres, but Gabby came on flying. Do you know what? I'll put Viktor Gyokeres in there. Yeah, Viktor Gyokeres. There we go. Oh, why is it not going? Ah, right. So your man of the match is. There we go. You can go on the platform. I don't have time actually to put it into the live chat. But go on the platform, look under the community tab, and you'll see the voting can start over there. All right. Okay. Again, a few more minutes. Shall we look at the starting 11 again? Here's the starting 11 again. Let me remove this very, very quickly. this week's starting 11. Was there any surprises there for any of you? No real surprises apart from Lewis Skelly. Is that his position, left back in the defence? And are you surprised that Atletico Madrid didn't put up more of a? I mean, listen, we know Diego Simeone relies a lot on them scoring the solitary goal and then just sitting back and defending that 1-goal lead. But coming to the Emirates, was that going to happen? Is that just so old in the tooth? Going there hoping to score a goal, you don't score a goal. What is your plan B? There is no plan B. So Diego Simeone, and I don't know whether his time is up, Atletico Madrid, but you can't come to the Emirates with that same old mentality there. Right, okay. Just a few more minutes. Let me see, has anyone voted? Actually, you know what? Mims, thank you again. Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate that second contribution there. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. And Gyokeres was working all game before he scored. He is the reason that Saka, Timber, Martinelli, and Izzy are getting so much space to operate in. Listen, truth be told, I've always said this, and until Viktor Gyokeres proves me wrong, in the Premier League as well as the Champions League, you've got to perform against the big teams. He's not someone to provide assists. And I understand what you're saying, Colin, but Viktor Gyokeres has to score goals. It wasn't necessary because literally had scored 2 goals before he actually reined in with his brace. But he's got to do that against the top teams. Do it against the top teams, and then we can have you in the main debate. So Viktor Gyokeres, this evening, you've done very, very well. Let's see you do that against the top teams in the Premier League. Oops, that one's just gone off. Okay. Okay, I've done that. Let me refresh the page. And let's see where we are with the voting for your chosen man of the match. Right, so someone's gone straight in there with Gabriel Magalhães, and actually I've spelt his surname incorrectly. I kind of just, yeah, I've been a little bit silly. I've forgotten how to spell Magalhães. But someone's coming there with just 1 vote and voting for Gabriel Magalhães. And if you've just come in, I don't know, from work, you're wondering what's happened to Arsenal. Well, Arsenal got the business done. You can see there, right there, 4-0. 4-0 to the Arsenal. Doesn't have the same ring as 1-0 to the Arsenal. 4-0. No, 1-0. 1-0 to the Arsenal. He has the mindset, Alex. He did not want to celebrate the first one. He was frustrated. It took so long to get out of his feet. Proper mindset, winner. We need a lot of those. Top team performance needed for Victor. Alex, agree. So, you know, again, I want you to come into the live chat before we wrap up this one. Are we saying Arsenal are now favourites to win the Champions League based on this performance? We haven't just conceded a goal. You know, Viktor Gyokeres is scoring. The players, a little bit more freedom of expression. The scoring goals, no defeats, no goals conceded. Are you saying? Well, I'm not saying that, but are you saying, watching me now, that Arsenal are serious contenders to win the Champions League in in this format? Come on, come into the live chat. Let me know. We've got just a few more minutes before we run down and end this live post-game instant reaction at the Emirates. Not that I'm not at the Emirates. But Arsenal actually just squashing a heavy defeat against Atletico Madrid. 4-0. There was no response, no answer. Diego Simeone, I think maybe you probably need to come with a plan B, or maybe, I don't know, manage, excuse me, manage a different club. Right. Oops, what's this? What's this? Even Mickey got. Yeah, he did. All the English teams are winning the games so far. Yeah, but you haven't said whether Arsenal are serious favourites to win the Champions League. No loan postponed for now. I disagree. We'll leave it there. Right, one final look at. Remove this. Have there been any more votes for your chosen man of the match? Oh, we've got 2 votes now. One for Gabriel Martinelli and one for Gabriel Magalhães. None for Lewis Skelly, none for Viktor Gyokeres. Unfortunately, on the platform, YouTube, there's only spaces for 4 options there. You might say, what about Bukayo Saka? What about Eze? Well, you didn't mention those players, did you? Didn't mention those players. Yes, agree, Alex. Provided Odegaard and Madueke aren't too long in returning. I don't actually have any news on Madueke. I think it's gone all quiet on his injury. We know Martin Odegaard is a long term. He's done his ACL, I believe. But Madueke, yeah, listen to the names that I'm rolling off. There is strength and depth now in this Arsenal team. Took a while to build it up, but yeah. Okay, like slackers, we live on love here. We live on love, on the love. Okay, right. Let me close this. Let me close that, and let me close this as well. Who's that? I was just sending me a message there. All right, okay. All right. Do you know what? I believe we have come to an end on this live show, instant post-game reaction over here. It's fairly late. I've got to be mindful not only of the neighbours, but of my wife as well. So we've come to an end on this instant post-game reaction. We should be doing an easy talk. Still the flagship live show Friday evening over here in the UK, 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. And we're probably going to be talking about the game, Madrid, and actually some other bits and pieces that I won't reveal just yet. But I'm tuning in on Friday if you have the time. If you don't, share the link amongst your friends. Make sure they tune in. And I've got to say, Mims, thank you for those 2 donations, £2 each, totaling £4. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. That will go into the coffers. Might go into my piggy bank, and that'll help me buy myself a cup of tea. I don't drink coffee. Thank you for that. But Mims, cheers, people. Until then, I shall see you on Friday. Friday. Looks good to me. Anyhow, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.